This is Tom. Today we're going to take a look at the Tagster program again. We've had this done for about a year, but I've put a lot more work into it recently. Let's see how it works. You'll find the Tagster program in the master folder, in the rounds folder, and then there's a Tagster folder there. This is the updated one now. It says Net 7. This is a shortcut. Double click the shortcut and the program opens. The first thing you'll see is it shows you a list of things you can import, or you can work with another file that you've already opened. I'm going to just get rid of those and start over. So let's import a registration file. And let's do the same one again, Penang. When you import, it shows you a list of all of the tabs on the registration folder. Click the ones you want to import. Here I've clicked the juniors, the seniors, and the DAAs. And I'll import those. Tagster consists of two windows, pretty much, the left side and the right side. The left side has the data that provides the information for the name tags. And the right side lets you work with and set up the name tags to print. Here are some templates that you can use. Some of these templates have been pulled down into the current round, which is this window here, and I'm going to be working with the Regional Scholar version. The Regional Scholar version is a name tag object, and the object name tag consists of a series of colors, color rectangles, images, and text. And you can also add on QR codes and barcodes. We don't use those much, but these other three are basically how you build up a name tag. So we're going to show you kind of by just doing one with you how this is set up. These are already done. You can create these from scratch or just start with one and create a new one from that one. Here we see that we have an image object at the top, a logo. If I right click on that, I can browse for something different. Let's browse for a different one here. I'm going to go into the Dropbox and into the Files from Joanna. I want to make sure that's on Details. Files from Joanna, and we have all of the regional metals there. And I'll get the one for Penang somewhere here. And we'll replace that logo at the top with a Penang metal. Secondly, we have some color rectangles. There's a green rectangle on the bottom half of the name tag, and then behind it is an off-white background color rectangle. We've just added the logo as an image, and then we have all the text fields to set up. Now here you kind of see the scheme. Here I have the name of the round. The name of the round, if you look at the properties up here at the top, you can set the color of the text and the type of the text and the size and the characteristics. This one allows you to force it into either upper or lower or proper case. And then down here you have the content, and you can left, right, and center justify those within the field. We'll leave it centered. And now you'll notice the content, and the content is kind of our key. The content says round in brackets, and then the word round not in brackets. Well, when something is in brackets, that refers to a property. In this case, it refers to this upper left corner here where it says round, and it gets the word Penang from that. If it was the Jakarta round, it would say Jakarta round here instead of Penang round. Below that, we have another field here that says division, and there's here this refers to the column division. And so here it says junior. If you go down to the bottom, you'll see we have seniors in that same place. So here, those guys, it says senior division. And then we have the first name and last name. Those are in brackets because those refer to columns in the table. So this name tag here represents all the data in this one row. And this one row then has a bunch of columns that you can connect up to these text fields. There's the school name. It says school. And finally at the very bottom, this is debate group. And we're going to do a little more with the debate group because we're going to use that to figure out a coloring scheme. Okay, so now if we look back over here to the data, we see we have debate groups here. They're very short, not very friendly. AMSR means morning round for seniors, and I don't remember what this round was held on. Let's just say it was held on a Saturday, Sunday. Saturday was the junior day and the Sunday was the senior day. We'll pretend this was a 3-day round. Possibly it was. I wasn't at it. So we're going to treat it that way. And so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to expand these out from AM senior, and I'm going to have the seniors, which are the second day. It'll be Sunday morning instead of AM senior. So I'm going to do some replacements. So I'm going to go in here and right click and say find and replace, and that means in the division, in the, whoops, I want to be in that column. So when I click it, so find and replace in the debate group column, look for PM senior, and we're going to change that to Sunday afternoon. And I'm going to let it search and replace for those. And when it comes back, it'll be the seniors will be down here toward the bottom. They will all have been replaced to say Sunday afternoon. And I'm going to do that to the rest of these fields too, and then we'll go on from there. So I'm going to pause while I do that. Okay, so you can see now that we have the debate group has been expanded from the very short ones to something a little more easy to understand, Saturday morning. And I'm going to add to this debate group, I'm going to call this debate group debates. So now it will say, on the bottom of this name tag, it'll say Saturday morning debates. Now my ID is a little narrow here. I need to widen that out and then recenter it. There's a function for centering within the name tag. You can also do some other things with those. If you want to add a text field, you just do a copy on whichever field you're on and then do a paste, and it will make a duplicate of it. Usually that's the easiest way to do those. You can also use the field at the bottom to add a text field by clicking the button down here. Okay, so now we have all of our name tags now say the right stuff on them. They look like they're ready, but we aren't quite there on the coloring. Now, I think when you do these on mail merge, you can't do this next trick. So this is a little different way of doing these. Normally what you would do then is create 4 different name tags with different color backgrounds and run 4 sets of mail merges for one for each group. Here we're going to do a little different strategy, and we're going to go down to this lower area here and add 4 colors. These are custom colors, and I can give them any name and give them any color code that I want. This is a particular type of hexadecimal color code that you can find on the web for if you type in color name and color hex code. This is just a very quick way to represent the code. The first 2 digits represent the red part of the color. The second 2 digits represent the green, and the third 2 represent the blue. And by changing these from a number between 0 and FF, which is the biggest 2-digit number in hexadecimal, you can specify your codes. Basically, just look them up and grab that code that looks like that, and you can put any color in here that you want. Now these 4 colors, I'm going to give them a funny name. I'm going to call this first color Saturday morning. Then I'm going to give the second one Saturday afternoon. The third one I'm going to give Sunday morning. And the last I'm going to call it Sunday afternoon to match the name tags. Now I just need to give each of these a different color. I'll pick, oh gosh, how about just a nice bright red, FF0000, and pick the first color as red. So Saturday morning will be bright red. Saturday afternoon, let's make that just a blue. Keep it simple. Whoops, I messed that up. Try that again. Is that Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning. So red and blue for the juniors. The seniors, we'll go here to the Sunday morning. Let's make that one charmed green. And I'm going to copy that hex code, go back to the Sunday morning one and paste that hex code. So now that's set. And the last one, we got a green and a, oh gosh, I don't like orange very well. It doesn't, Valencia, I don't know what that is. It's sort of a red, a muted red. Let's use that. So our fourth color is this muted red. So we have a pinkish and a greenish for the juniors. Let's see what these look like. There's our bright red and our bright blue for the morning and afternoons for the juniors. And then the Sunday morning, a green and a pink. I like that. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now we are there. Now each grouping of scholars for their debates have a different color name tag. The bottom specifies what it means, Sunday morning debates, tells their division, tells the round in the school and the ID and the whole thing. You can put more information on here if it's in the table. So if you want something to be on the name tag, put it in the table and you can connect it up by using these square bracket things. Okay. Now the trick I used for getting these funny colors here was I went in here and looked at this and it says debate group. So I gave the name of the debate group that became the name of a color, and that way the color was specified by which debate group you were in. And now these can all be created in the same run, and I'm going to sort them by ID, wherever that went. I think they're there. No, they're not. One more try here on ID. Let's see what we have here. 501. Okay, so we're going to just print the ones that have student data on them. There's a few blanks in the middle we can look at if we need to. All right, to create them, we just hit the create button and wait a little bit. And you can see it's creates about 100 tags a minute, or a little faster than that perhaps. It's 2.5 minutes or just under 3 minutes to do 400 name tags. And so we'll let that finish and then we'll come back to you. All right, it's finishing up now. It's got about 10 more seconds to go to finish the last few. Notice that if you get a line in your data table that does not have a name on it, it puts in a light background so that you could actually, if you have those blank tags in front of you, you can actually just take a marking pen and write directly on the name tag without having to go to the trouble of having labels stuck on the front. Okay, so it's done, and I'm going to just save it under this name again. I did one earlier here, and I'm going to replace the one I did previously. It takes 30 seconds or more to save this 50 megabyte file, so we'll let it finish saving. Okay, all done saving. Let's open the output folder and open that and see what we got. Didn't get it open that time. I think I said print it. I don't want to print it. Pause that, and I could have been in trouble if I would have printed 400 name tags on my home printer. Here we go. And let's get it so we can see it a little better. There's our name tags. Our pink and green for the seniors, our red and blue for the juniors. Did that in about 5 minutes of setup, and another 4 minutes or 4 minutes to generate and save. So fairly quick to do name tags with Tagster. Take a little bit of practice to get ready, but it's not too hard. Okay. There's one more thing we want to show you we can do with Tagster. we recently bought a printer, a brand name Selfie, Selphy, I think, and it prints photographs. So if you have a photograph on your phone, you can pretty easily print that photograph to this Selfie. So what we're going to do now is to imagine a situation where we've just made some corrections in some name tags and we want to just print out at the desk where we're doing registration. We want to print out some name tags. Here's Team 596 from Malaysia. I'm going to choose those. Let's say I want to print those 3 name tags. All I have to do is select them and then click copy, and I can go to somewhere on my Dropbox. Let's say I want to go to saved messages here and paste them, and it will send those 3 completed name tags to my Dropbox, which I can then open with my phone and use the Selfie app and print those quite quickly. So you would now the Selfie printer prints a name tag in about 1 minute. Don't know if you've ever done a whole bunch of name tags where you had to do all that by hand, but 1 minute is actually fairly fast for creating a custom name tag sitting at your front table. So that's another thing we'll be able to do with Selfie using this for name tags. I hope you got a little taste of what we can do with the Tagster program. Well, that's all for now.